Hello, I hope everyone is well. Today I want to talk about what I think some of you ladies do. And I've said this before, I'm trying to be fair. I don't want people to think that this channel is about male bashing. I don't want to seem like I'm just discussing everything wrong that men do. Some of us women have issues too. And that's what I'm going to discuss about. I think some women bring their own trauma to themselves in their lives when it comes to relationship. Some women are attracted to crazy. Some women can see the writings on the wall that it's not a healthy relationship. The writings on the wall could be done with blood, their own blood, or his blood. And yet, they could work it out. I mean, I'm not saying I'm perfect, because, I'm not. I'm not saying that I never had an issue dating somebody, but not to that level. I don't do crazy. Any red flags of crazy, you're going to see the back of my head. I'm out. There are too many women out there who constantly are complaining, and then when you find out what they do in their relationship, their behavior, they're the fucking crazy ones. I mean, what I don't understand is, aside from being attracted to crazy men, because if he crazy and you crazy, no judgment here. Y'all meant for each other. But then don't complain about it. Don't say, oh my God, so I was going through his phone and I found this, 6 months later, oh my God, so I was going through his pockets. So and then another 6 months later, so we had a fight. Yeah, I threw him something because he threw something at me. And really? That is exhausting. Even explaining all that was exhausting. I mean, sorry for the eye. Allergies. I mean, some of us bring our own drama. And then there's some women, aside from being attracted to crazy too, there are some women who have a pretty decent guy. And they want to be crazy. They want to be jealous, possessive. They want to be smelling underwears. They want to know every time who you on the phone with. They want to know why it took you so long to walk to the corner store. Because, she probably counted how many minutes it was before. Round trip. And these are scenarios that I've heard that actually happen. So, and I'm just making this up. I've heard about, I truly did hear once about somebody's woman counting the minutes from the store back to the apartment. That's how bad it was. They were 5 minutes over. Why it took you so long, some of y'all women are crazy. Like, who has the energy to play Inspector Gadget? If I'm dating you and we made it clear there's just exclusive, there's nobody else. If I don't trust you, I'm going to tell you I don't trust you. I may not be able to put my finger on it, but I'm going to go with my gut feeling. I start asking myself, this is really not going to work, Karen. Is it? No. Because if I take a step back and you haven't given me any reason, but yet I have that feeling, then I'm going to back away. Because why carry on with that if you keep having those feelings? I just don't get women who they invite that. They start that. They, for whatever reason of their background was in their other past relationship, they're just simply crazy. And they just like the drama. I think there's probably some mental health issues there. Lack of self-esteem, ladies. Lack of self-worth. We have to do better than that. And again, this is not all women. But it's just sad to me when I hear stories of women who stay in relationships and they know it's not a healthy relationship and they still stay in it. Don't even get me started on women who actually end up marrying the asshole, the cheater, the emotional abuser, the womanizer, and they end up getting married to them still. They go through all that with them, and they go, maybe he'll change if we get married. Maybe he'll change if I give him a child. That shit just don't add up to me. I mean, a man is going to change because he feels like he wants to change. No woman changes him. The only way a man would change if he's seen someone is because, and you see that he changed with you maybe a few months later, or whatever it is, a year later, however long you give him, it's because of the love he has for you and the respect he has for you. You're going to inspire him to change. Let's be clear on that. You cannot change a man, but you can inspire him to change. You can inspire a man to be a better man, but you can't make him change. You can't do things to make him change. You can't discipline him like he's a child to make him change. You can't treat him like he's property. He is going to change because you inspired him to change, because he values you, he loves you, he respects you. A man changes on his own. And if he doesn't change for you, and then you find out after you break up with him, a year later he's engaged with someone else, or 2 years later he's engaged, it's because that person inspired him. He felt inspiration. He felt, this is it. This is the person I see myself with. So I'm going to change for her. And all she did, this other woman, was just did absolutely nothing but to be herself. It's that simple, ladies. Just be yourself. Stop being crazy. If you're dealing with self-hate, if you don't value yourself, if you don't respect yourself, how you expect a man to respect you? You ladies need to stop sabotaging your own shit. And stop accepting all this crazy stuff because you're crazy too. You really need to stay single, reevaluate who you are, and get some help, counseling or something. And I don't mean that as a joke, because we all need a little mental tune-ups once in a while. But stop doing crazy shit. I mean, there's times where I'll see it right on my window. Oh, I'm walking in the streets, and I see crazy happening right in front of me. And I'm thinking, who has time for that? Am I gonna? And I've seen situations, couples having an argument in the streets, and the man sounds like the reasonable one. You know, he's like, why you always get like... I had was listening to a couple. Yes, I was being nosy. I figured since they were being loud, they weren't trying to be discreet, so why should I be discreet? Might as well be nosy. This particular couple, he actually told her, can you lower your voice? We're in the streets. She said, don't tell me what to do. He wasn't telling her what to do. I actually agree with him. You lower your voice because you're in the street. There's a certain way you need to act as a lady. Be a lady. Be classy. You could be pissed off at him, whatever he did. I'm not... that wasn't clear. But don't argue in the streets. I mean, don't get loud in the streets and start cursing. And you can't tell me what to do. Don't tell me. He's just reminding you to lower your voice. Meaning you can still communicate. Because, you know, some of us only hear what we want to hear. You know, if you're being told to lower your voice because we're in the streets, crazy women only hear, shut up. That's what this particular woman heard. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me to shut up. I felt like jumping in and be like, excuse me, he didn't tell you to shut up. He just said lower your voice. Meaning you can continue sharing what you need to share. But of course I didn't do that. I continue listening. And it really saddened me that some women don't have any self-respect. Some women actually attract this, allow this in their life because they feel like that's probably love. And it's not love. We need to start doing better. We need self-reflection. I've done this exercise too, and it could be very difficult because when you do self-reflecting and actually be very honest with yourself. You know, what can I change? Even ask your partner. He might think it's a trap that he's gonna get in trouble, but have some, you know, do it in a way where he could do the same too. Do a little self-reflecting. Ask him, you know, is there anything that you notice, like any repeated behavior that I do? Because sometimes we don't see the shit that we do. I'm not a crazy. I don't do all that arguing in the streets, and I don't call a man name that I'm with. I'm going to call you a name, then I don't need to be with you. And if you call me a name after you get off the floor from the black eye that I gave you, we can no longer be together. Simple as that. I would never allow a man call me a name. But apparently there's some crazy women out there that love that shit. Why I say they love that? Because they allowed it. If you don't love it, then you wouldn't allow it. If you see, like I said, the writings on the wall with blood, and you still with him, don't come to me complaining. And we all have that friend. We all have that friend. She talks about the writing on the wall with blood. 2 weeks later, she's still with him. And you see them posting stuff on Facebook. I'm not saying no names. Or I'm not saying they're on my friend list. I'm just saying. These are things that this is just part of life. Either Facebook or Instagram, whatever. We all know someone, or used to know someone, that did that. Or still doing it. Where you're like, really? Let's stop this never-ending cycle. Please, let's stop this cycle, ladies. If you have a good man, appreciate him. If you feel your crazy's coming on, get some help. Do something. Stay busy. Have hobbies. Do something productive in your life. You know, use that crazy energy to do something else. Start a business. Start a new project at home. Do something. Stop playing Columbo and Inspector Gadget and trying to figure out where he's been, where he's at, or, you know, is this underwear different, or, oh, let me make a baby because he would, you know, oh, stop it. And stop complaining to your friends if you're gonna still be with your crazy ass doing crazy things in your relationship, because then it becomes annoying. And if he crazy, y'all two crazy ass can stick together. And I don't want to know anything about no crazy story, because all I'm gonna do is just sit there nodding my head, probably want to shoot myself in the head, hearing it over and over again, and you're not going to do anything but eventually probably force him to marry you and have some babies. And expose your children to the craziness. To me, that's just fucked up. You could expose yourself to all the crazy you want, but don't have babies from knowing that you're crazy. Don't have babies. And expose your kids to the craziness. Don't do that. That's not attractive. Please. Anyway. Like I said, to all you ladies out there that have a good man, appreciate him. Be good to him. Don't assume he's doing something when he hasn't given you any reason to think otherwise. Love your man. And have some self-respect. If not, stay single. That's my advice to you. If you're one of those crazy women, sorry, gotta own it. Gotta own it. Listen, I have some crazy friends, and I love them. And the ones I actually love are the ones that own up to their craziness. I like a crazy person that owns their craziness. You know what I'm saying? Be like, yes, I'm crazy. So what? I respect that. And that's not the kind of crazy I'm talking about. But if you are the crazy I'm talking about, the one that's crazy in a relationship, stay single. Just stay single. Maybe have, you know what? I was going to say maybe have just a bunch of booty calls, but y'all crazy bitches probably would be crazy, driving them crazy too, and doing crazy shit too with your booty calls. So never mind that, scratch that. Stay single. Buy a bunch of, you know, dildos and whatever, and stick to that, you know. Just stay single, because before you know it, you start, like I said, having babies, and God forbid, you end up raising crazy babies, crazy people. The crazy gotta stop somehow. It has to stop somewhere. And the only way that crazy will stop somewhere, if you stop it. So stay single if you're crazy. And if you're not, keep it 100. Take care of your man. And stay tuned, and I appreciate your support. Be blessed.